Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the regular edition of your daily cricket show, the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram. Well, a warm welcome to everybody, dear friends subscribers. And today what we are going to look at as far as cricket is concerned is there is going to be a tour which is going to be undertaken by New Zealand. New Zealand, as you know, were the finalists in this World Cup 2015, which they, for the first time, they were the finalists in the World Cup history. And New Zealand have actually announced their team for the upcoming tour, which is going to be played against England. And this is going to be, there's going to be a test series, and there's also going to be there'll be two test matches. I'm told there'll be two test matches. It's going to be 5 one-day international series, and you have the 2020 international, just a solitary 2020, which will be played on Old Trafford, at Old Trafford, Manchester, on June 23. The first test starts on 21st of May. It will be played at the Mecca of English cricket, the Lord's Cricket Ground, and well, so that is the news. So since New Zealand are the ones who are going to tour England, New Zealand announced their team. And looking at the New Zealand team, Martin Guptill, on the form that he has shown in the World Cup, where now he holds the proud record of the highest individual score by a batsman in World Cup history of 237 not out, really won a lot of praises from a lot of New Zealand experts. And now finally, one would understand that Martin Guptill was really struggling on the test scene because he was not able to keep his place in the New Zealand team. And the last, if you remember, Martin Guptill played a test in 2013. But Mike Hesson, the New Zealand coach, has been very, very happy with Martin Guptill, and he feels that Martin Guptill is someone who can really translate the form that he had in the one-dayers to test matches. He's quite capable, and that's the precise reason he has been given an opportunity. And he's a classical batsman too. Now, as far as the New Zealand team is concerned, the New Zealand team has been announced for the test matches. Now, looking at the test squad that New Zealand have announced, Brendan McCullum is the captain, who is going to be leading the side. Then they have Corey Anderson, Trent Boult. Now Doug Bracewell is back. Doug Bracewell has made his comeback. Now Doug Bracewell has always been a regular as far as test matches are concerned, with the pace and bounce that he generates. Mark Craig, as you would remember, now he also has become a test specialist now, and especially considering that Daniel Vettori, the left-arm spinner, has retired from international cricket. Mark Craig is the right-arm off spinner. He's not a left-arm spinner, he's a right-arm off spinner. But I think Mark Craig definitely has a lot of ability. There's no doubt about it. He has already proved himself. And Mark Craig is not only does he bowl well, and he is also a very good off spinner. And he turns the ball. That's pretty, and he gets some mighty turns sometimes. So Martin Guptill. Then they have Matt Henry, has merited his inclusion, so he will be on his first tour there. So that would make him pretty happy. Then Tom Latham, Luke Ronchi, who has been Luke Ronchi is the wicket-keeper of the New Zealand Test squad, as we all know. Then they have Hamish Rutherford. Now Hamish Rutherford has definitely been struggling as far as runs are concerned in Tests. Even in the previous tour we saw that Hamish Rutherford really struggled. But Hamish Rutherford has been given the nod once again. So definitely Hamish Rutherford gets an opportunity here. He has to take it with both hands and try to score as much as possible. And as far as the other batting, Ross Taylor, he selects himself, as you all know. And as far as they have BJ Watling, who will be the specialist wicket keeper, and then Kane Williamson. We all know what a classic test batsman he is, Kane Williamson. It would be a real treat to watch Kane Williamson when he's in full bloom. And then as usual, well, one thing that really is something which well, New Zealand, as you know, they have a very good pace combination. We know that Trent Boult and Tim Southee have proved that they are a top-notch pace combination, as they showed in the World Cup. So they will be there, and then they have Doug Bracewell, and the other bowlers, Neil Wagner is there. so to guide them. And so New Zealand, I think it's a very balanced squad as far as the test matches are concerned. Now this is as far as the test matches are concerned. Now let's have a look at the New Zealand one-day international and the T20 squad that has been announced. The one-day international and T20 squad consists of Brendan McCullum as the captain, Corey Anderson, Trent Boult, Grant Elliott on his the way he actually played in the one-day internationals in the World Cup definitely merited an inclusion. Now Grant Elliott will definitely be, and one will all remember that historic six that he hit to get New Zealand into the finals against South Africa. Martin Guptill, Matt Henry, Tom Latham, Mitchell McClenaghan, who's also always been a one-day specialist. As you know, he was not given because of the healthy competition going on in New Zealand. Mitchell McClenaghan, who's normally a one-day specialist, probably got only one game, as you would remember. Nathan McCullum, and Adam Min. Adam Min, as you know, is quite pacey, and he was another player. Unfortunately for New Zealand, couldn't take any further participation in the game at absolutely the business end of the tournament, and then Matt Henry was brought into the team, as you remember. Luke Ronchi, always a danger when he's playing in one-day internationals and T20s. And as far as New Zealand are concerned, well, they have some one new bloke coming in to the New Zealand team, and his name is Mitchell Santner. Just giving you a hint of what Mitchell Santner has done. Now, I'm told Mitchell Santner, in the domestic Ford Trophy that is played in New Zealand, collected a lot of runs. He plays for Northern Districts, and he was the leading scorer in that tournament for Northern Districts. He had, I would say, he had a decent average of 36.22. But the other good thing about Santner is he is also an all-rounder. So an all-rounder in the mix, I would say, because he also bowls left-arm spin. So that is something which would come in pretty handy, because as you know, there is no Daniel Vettori. So Mitchell Santner, at least, one knows that Daniel Vettori, to have someone at the standard of Daniel Vettori to first come in, get experience and come to that level, is going to take time. Definitely New Zealand would be missing a match winner in the form of Daniel Vettori, but Santner would be the one who would be actually be the left-arm spinner, the solitary left-arm spinner in the New Zealand team, and that would be lending some variety, because they have a left-arm spinner and they also have well, that was in the test matches. So as far as the New Zealand ODI squad is concerned, it would be in the hands of definitely it will be Nathan McCullum, the right-arm spinner, and they also have Tim Santner. So Mitchell Santner is the left-arm spinner, and Nathan McCullum would be giving right-arm spin. Kane Williamson would also wheel his arm over, as we all know. So it looks a very decent selection, according to me, as far as the New Zealand Test squad is concerned and the one-day international squad is concerned. Well, one thing I definitely mentioned that in my preview when I was doing for the World Cup, that James Neesham was very unlucky to miss because he is one of those budding talents as far as New Zealand cricket is concerned. His place was taken by Grant Elliott, and Grant Elliott really proved what a justifiable inclusion he was. But let me tell you, James Neesham, who already has 300s under his belt in test matches, and he is the one, as I said, he's one of the budding all-rounders as far as, but probably it's due to injury that he doesn't find a place in the team, and that is pretty because of the injury. So that's the reason probably they have gone for that spinner Mitchell Santner, the all-rounder. Otherwise, one would have probably seen James Neesham there as an all-rounder. Well, but Mitchell Santner is getting his chance, and he would like to really grab this opportunity, no doubt about that. And then, and also, what New Zealand selectors are doing is they are also trying to bring some new pacers into the mix, like Jacob Duffy and Ben Wheeler, and they are going to experiment them in the warm-up matches when New Zealand play England. So that's also a step in the right direction, one could call. Well, dear fans and subscribers, other than that, one news which is coming in from Sri Lanka is that right-arm spinner Sachitra Senanayake has been snapped up by Worcestershire. So that is one news there which I could share. Other than that, Indian Premier League would be definitely hotting up, because we are today in the, it's almost coming to, as you know, 7th is opening ceremony of the IPL, and then 8th the Indian Premier League kicks off. As usual, I'll be there with my comments, my reports, summaries, whatever you call it, the Indian Premier League 2015, and one is waiting for that pretty eagerly, no doubt about it. So that's the next big tournament on this calendar of cricket happenings, one could say. And well, one is definitely looking forward to it, no doubt about it. And the other thing is that, as you know, Kolkata Knight Riders are the defending champions of the Indian Premier League 2015, and they also have RCB to contend with, Mumbai Indians, a lot of things, and I don't want to really dwell on anything right now. As and when the action starts, and I'm always there to speak on the actions that happened on the cricket ground. Well, dear fans, subscribers, I think it's a short YouTube broadcast. I hope you all liked it. Thanks for your company. Again, I see a lot of people liking this cricket show, subscribing to it, whether it be on Google Plus, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Twitter. I see a lot of people coming and joining this bandwagon of subscribers in Cricket Happenings. Keep it going. Your host Ram is always there to entertain you on this Cricket Happenings show as usual. Hope you all like my show and keep liking my show. This is your host Ram, finally signing off for the day. Thank you.